I walked out of my own 40th birthday party because my brother sat me at the kids' table. No fight, no speech. I just took my 9-year-old's hand and left while he toasted family legacy. 3 days later, my mom texted, "Where did you go on Saturday?" I was the quiet one. IT job near Portland. Simple life. No need for attention. My brother was corporate law. Constant applause. My parents acted like he could do no wrong. The party was my wife's idea. I asked for something small. She wanted a real milestone. She asked my mom to help plan, and my mom pulled my brother in. He offered to handle the venue and seating. The steakhouse room looked classy. Photos, a slideshow, the whole thing. For about a minute, I felt touched. Then I saw the tables. One long, formal table in the center with my parents and their friends. My brother at the head with a champagne glass, and a small round table shoved near the coat rack. My name card was on that corner table. Rachel Froza. My brother came over smiling like nothing was wrong. "Nate, happy birthday." I said, "Why am I over there?" He laughed. "Better flow. Quieter spot. Plus you're next to your daughter." My daughter clutched her crayons and stared at the table. Rachel tried to speak. He cut her off with, "Hope you don't mind." I said, "It's fine," because that's what I always said. All night, my brother acted like the host. He gave toasts, cracked jokes about how I never liked attention, and my parents nodded along like it was adorable. Then he stood for one more toast and raised his glass toward the big table. "These people," he said, "represent true achievement." Something in me went cold. I stood up. Then I took my daughter's hand. Then I walked out. No jacket, no goodbye, no one followed. At home, my wife looked wrecked. I should have stopped him. "You didn't seat me," I said. "He did." AT. The next night, my daughter asked, "Dad, why did Uncle Aaron put you with kids?" Before I could answer, she added, "I heard Grandma tell him you don't do well with speeches." That's when the shame turned into a pattern. I skipped Sunday dinner. My mom left a voicemail in that syrupy voice, talking about steaks on the grill and everyone asking where you were, like my birthday never happened. A week later, my brother emailed, "Sorry if the seating bothered you. Everyone said the party was a hit. Let's not make this a thing." It wasn't an apology. It was PR. Then a random mom at dance class told me she cried at the montage from my party. I checked. My brother had posted a polished Instagram video praising himself for honoring me. Hundreds of likes. People calling him the best brother ever. I showed my wife. She said, "He rewrote your night for strangers." My dad finally called and said I was overreacting. He said my brother meant well. He said my mom was hurt by my absence. That call decided it for me. I stopped explaining and I started building. Old sketches I'd abandoned because safe is better. Garage prototypes. A small hardware guy messaged me about turning my organizer idea into a real product. My mom texted again, then again. Guilt dressed up as concern. "Family doesn't abandon family. Your niece has a recital. We expect to see you." So I answered in the only language they respected. Presentation. I mailed formal invites to my whole family. Private demo. Saturday, 11 a.m. No cameras. They showed up expecting a cute hobby table. Instead, the makerspace had a full prototype wall and a business conversation my brother couldn't control. He went quiet the second he realized he wasn't the star. Then I pulled out a small box of envelopes. I handed one to my mom. Next, my dad. Then my brother. They opened them. "Seat 2B children's table." My mom's smile dropped. My dad stared like the paper slapped him. My brother ripped his open. "Seat 3 a children's table." My mom whispered, "What is this?" I said, "A feeling you handed me on my birthday." My brother snapped, "So this is revenge?" "No," I said, "this is clarity." He lifted a hand. "Spare me." I smiled and tapped his certificate. "Don't worry, you get the best seat, right next to the dessert cart." For once, he had nothing to say. As people drifted out, he leaned close. "You disappeared from the family." I locked the last tray into place. "No, I just stopped performing." He walked out without a comeback. And the silence finally sounded like relief. What would you have done? Cut them off or serve the same classy lesson back?